Today we will study about the Maslow's need hierarchy theory of motivation. Maslow theory of motivation, as the name suggests, is a theory of motivation according to which the majority of people will have set pattern of needs which can be segregated into 5 parts, and the individual will first fulfill the basic or bottom of pyramid needs, which is physiological needs like food, shelter, clothing, after which he or she will move to next level of pyramid and fulfill safety needs, which includes things like job security, financial security. After satisfying physiological and safety needs, individual will move to satisfy social needs, which include things like love and affection from friends and family. Once social needs are fulfilled, individual will move towards fourth level of pyramid and safety esteem needs like recognition, and gradually he or she will reach the top of the pyramid and satisfy the self actualization needs. Now this is a pyramid. Have a look at it. First is the physiological needs. When the physiological needs are fulfilled, then the individual go for the safety needs. And after safety needs, there is a requirement of social needs. And after that, there is a esteem needs. And lastly, there is a need for self-actualization. It was the pyramid which was made by the Maslow, showing the hierarchy of needs. Physiological needs, safety needs, social needs, esteem needs, and self-actualization needs. Physiological needs, safety needs, and social needs are called as lower level needs. But esteem needs and self-actualization are called as higher order needs. Now, advantages of Maslow theory of motivation. It's very simple to understand. The biggest advantage of Maslow theory of motivation is that it is very simple to understand, and even layman can understand and relate to this theory because we all go through one or the other stage of needs pyramid during our lifetime. Hence, for labor is concerned, his or her need will always be limited to lower level of need pyramid, that is food, shelter and clothing. But as far as a billionaire businessman is concerned, his or her top priority will be top level of pyramid, and that is self-esteem or sense of achieving all the things, and he or she will never think about food, shelter, clothing, as these needs have been fulfilled long back. Now the second advantage is it takes into account human nature also. Another advantage of this theory is that it gives consideration to human basic nature, that is demanding more as lower level needs are satisfied. It can be better understood with the help of an example. Suppose a small kid is hungry and he or she has given two options. One is food and other is toys. Then he or she will not select toys, rather he or she will eat food first and then demand the toys. Hence, one can say that this nature of greed is inborn in human, and Maslow's theory of motivation addresses that beautifully. Now, disadvantages of Maslow theory of motivation. Not all the individuals think in the same way. The biggest disadvantage of this theory is that not all the individuals think in the same way. Hence, for some individuals, social affection and respect is more important than the safety needs, and that is the reason why someone sees many people do grand ceremony of their children's birthdays or marriages, are purchasing expensive cars in order to show off to society before buying insurance plan for family or purchasing a house for the family, as they get more satisfaction from showing off to society than fulfilling safety needs of the family. Cultural differences. Another limitation of this theory is that there are bound to cultural differences. When this theory is applied to different nations, as each nation or country has different culture. So, for example, in countries like USA, kids after attain certain age leave their home and parents do not have to worry about their kids' future. And kids also do not have to worry about their parents. Whereas in countries like India, where joint family culture is prevalent, kids and parents both have to think about each other when they are fulfilling their needs. Difficult to measure. It's very difficult to measure the satisfaction which one gets after satisfying each level of need, as it is subjective in nature, because it deals with the human mind which cannot be predicted by any machine or method. Hence, some people will get satisfied even after fulfilling physiological and safety needs, while some people will not be satisfied by fulfilling all level of the needs.